Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today I'm going to be updating you on my progress in my Pan Those Eyeshadows Project Pan. This is a project that was created a number of years ago by Alexy. She will be linked in the description box below. Just in case you may not somehow have fallen upon her channel, I recommend checking her out, as well as Rebecca Morgan. She's actually who I discovered Alexy through, and this project by extension. So, what is this project? This is a project that is geared specifically towards hitting pan on our eyeshadows via random generation. Everyone kind of does this project a little bit differently at this point. This year, I started out working on my single eyeshadows until last month when I shook the whole thing up and brought my palettes back in. And I have to say, I am so happy that I did that because I'm feeling far more inspired than I was before. I have a couple of sort of quirks that I do in this project. First of all, I won't be panning anything that is a true white or true black shadow. Those are just not shadows that I personally enjoy. I do have a couple of vetoes that I can use at any time if I so choose. And if I've used a shadow 30 times and I still haven't hit pan, I do have the option of rolling it out. I feel like if you've used an eyeshadow 30 times, either you're right on the edge of pan or you're not gonna get there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the eyeshadows that I'm currently working on. The first eyeshadow that we're gonna talk about, I'm actually wearing today. I don't know how well you can see it, but I'm wearing the green eyeshadow from my Naked Cosmetics trio. This is a trio that I got in BoxyCharm a number of years ago, and I've honestly neglected terribly, so I'm very glad to have this in my project. With that being said though, I only used this green eyeshadow twice, and that does include today's look. I like the shadow. Like I said, it doesn't pair as well with the other eyeshadows that I have either in this project or in other projects, since you all know I'm a crazy person and I'm panning a lot. I'm also participating in the 50 Shades of Purple Project Pan. I'm only doing that on Instagram, so if you're curious, make sure to check me out. But I have a ton of purple eyeshadows going on in that project, as well as some purple eyeshadows in others, so the green just really didn't play as nicely. Hopefully I'll be able to step up my usage a little bit more. I have also got an eyeshadow from my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I'm working on the shade Georgia, which is this shade right here. You probably can't see it, but there is the smallest amount of dip that is beginning in this eyeshadow. I have used it 18 times since rolling it in. Not that it looks it. Too Faced shadows are so firmly pressed when it comes especially to their mattes. I had originally thought that I would use this shade as the eyeshadow to set down my eyeshadow base. Normally I use just sort of a cream shade, but I thought this would work well. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It is too pigmented to use to set down my eyeshadow base. It ends up just sort of sticking funky. So I'm still using a cream colored eyeshadow to set it down, but then I'm going back over it with this as kind of like a first transition shade, because while it's too pigmented to be used to set my eyeshadow base, it's really not pigmented enough to stand on its own. I hope that makes sense. So nowhere near hitting pan at this point. I think it's funny because somebody mentioned in the comments on my last video, they said, oh, happy using that 30 times, because yes, I have a feeling that even if I use it the full 30 times as of the next update, it probably still won't be near pan. I mean, we'll see, but needless to say, this is staying put. I also have a shade from my Nabla Cosmetics. This is the Poison Garden palette. I love this palette so much. I think it's absolutely stunning. The shadow that I am working on in this project is this one right here called Adoration. So it looks like a stark white here in the pan, but it's deceptive because it actually has this amazing ultraviolet flip to it. It is so freaking pretty. It's so pretty. I've used it 7 times since bringing it into this project. Mostly I use it as an inner corner highlight, but I do also, I will tap it over another eyeshadow to kind of give it that flippy transformative sort of thing, and it's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it. I'm also working on a shade from my Tartist Pro Remix palette. I said before, this palette gets a lot of flack, but I feel like for Tarte, this is out of the box for them. And so I have to, you know, give them some love where love is due. So I am working on this shade right here called Flow. This is a really interesting shadow. I've used it 3 times since rolling it in, and I'm not exactly sure how I like to use it. When I put it on my eye, it seems like it's a really just true, bright, stark silver. But then when I swatch it, it leans more gold. I don't know if maybe I'm using it in the wrong way. I'm not sure. But I'm just not sure how I like to use it because it is a very intense shadow. So yeah, 3 times as of so far, but we still have a good ways to go with her. We still have a good ways to go. And yeah, that's all 6. The last shadow comes to us from BH Cosmetics. Oh, I am missing one. I'm such a dork. Where is that palette? Hold on. All right, I'm a total dork. I forgot that I've got another one right here. I just was not paying attention when I pulled everything together. I'm working on a shade in my Juvia's Place Walhalla palette. The shade that I'm working on is called Rumors. It is this shadow right here. It is a stunning, stunning shade. It has a beautiful flip to it, and I really, really enjoy using it. I've used it 4 times since bringing it into this project. Just like with the green, I've been focusing more heavily on the purple eyeshadows that I have going on across a few other projects, but I really love using that shadow. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I have used it 4 times, and I've forgotten just how much I enjoy this palette. I have not used it nearly enough. In fact, that could be said about many of the eyeshadow palettes in my collection, but yes, I am going to be putting together a 3 looks 1 palette with that. I'm putting it together for Instagram, but if you'd like to see it on YouTube, let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, or if you just want to see the looks themselves on Instagram. Okay, and then the final shade that we've been working on is from BH Cosmetics. This is the Love in London palette. You guys know how much I adore their Destinations collection. Such a good formula. The shade that I have been working on is this shade right here called Big Ben. And we do have Pan on it, which is why I was saving it till the end. Wow, that took a minute for that to come back. So yes, I do have one of my eyeshadows that has Pan on it. I'm very excited. I did use that one 17 times to hit Pan. As much as I love the Destinations palettes, they are not the deepest pans. You get a lot of product because they're bigger. They're just not very deep. So, well, I guess they're about standard size. Doesn't matter. I used a really big fluffy brush with this, so that's probably why I also got down there a little bit more quickly. But I am going to be rolling in a new eyeshadow because you guys know I'm absolutely garbage at remembering to take pictures. And also I tend to skip around to different projects, and so it's not often that I wear a look that is solely comprised or even predominantly comprised of the eyeshadows that I have working here, and then I just forget as well. So let's go ahead. I do have everything put into my Pretty Random app. So I was a good girl. I updated my spreadsheet. I think I got all of the new palettes that are not on here. Not 100% though. I need to do some decluttering, so hopefully once I do that and I go through and pull those off, I'll see anything that I'm missing. Anyway, so I have all of my variables here. We have 2 through 2,327. So let's see what we're going to be working on. 890. Let's see what that is. Ooh, we have some ColourPop. 890 comes to us from It's a Princess Thing. I have not used that since I went to Disney World, which was not last October because pandemic, but the October before that. So let me go ahead and track that palette down and we'll see what it is that we are going to be working with. All right, my friends, we are back and we have my Disney Designer Collection It's a Princess Thing palette. And the shade that we have randomly selected is 890, which is the shade right here called Beast. It is a matte brown with gold shimmers in it, gold glitters. I'm not sure if you can tell. I really don't love that formula, but you know, what are you gonna do? So this is the color story that we are going to be working with, and I'm kind of digging it. Definitely kind of digging it. I think the addition of the brown in there is really helpful. So we've got the green here from Naked Cosmetics, Georgia from Sweet Peach. This one here is Adoration from Nabla. Then we have Flow from the Tartist Remix. This is Rumors from Wahala. And then this right here on the end is Beast. So I'm feeling really good about this. If you are participating in this project, how is it going for you? I hope that it is being super successful and that you are enjoying it. And if not, shake it up. It helps a ton. As always, everything that I'm panning, everything that I'm wearing, links to other channels and other videos that you might find interesting are all going to be listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.